The Denver Broncos were in a bit of a quarterback quandary on Sunday after their passers were ruled out for the game due to COVID-19. Third string quarterback Jeff Driscoll tested positive for the virus, and the NFL learned that Drew Lock, Brett Rippon, and Blake Bortles were not wearing masks while watching film together, leaving them all ineligible for play. Joining me now for more on this from Mile High Huddle is Chad Jensen. Chad, the Broncos found themselves in a tough situation going into Sunday's game versus the Saints. They did not have a single quarterback on their roster to start. The NFL denied the Broncos' request to postpone the game and to allow a coach to start. What are your thoughts on how the league responded to this situation?
Kaitlin, it really was unprecedented because the Denver Broncos were notified by the NFL of the quarterback's sudden ineligibility for Sunday's game as they were walking out onto the field for their final practice on Saturday and had to have an offensive quality control coach by the name of Rob Calabrese quarterback the offense so that they could practice. And the Broncos even later went on to request that he be signed as the quarterback to play on Sunday. But of course, that went against league rules and the NFL declined it. But it all started with the Denver Broncos on Tuesday. Drew Lock, Brett Rippon, Blake Bortles, and Jeff Driscoll choosing to come in on their own time to study film, even though the team had the day off. And then on Thursday is when the Broncos realized that Driscoll had tested positive for the virus. But that day on Tuesday, the video showed that the other three quarterbacks were not perfectly honoring the social distancing and mask requirements. However, new reports coming out in Denver from different insiders claim that the Broncos felt that the video footage of that meeting would clear the Broncos quarterbacks, and the league, according to these reports, led the Broncos to believe that they were correct in that assessment because the quarterbacks were masked and only took them off to eat and to briefly say things. So the general feeling in Denver right now is one of, they feel like this was unjust, that the punishment didn't meet the crime, especially in light of the NFL bending over backwards to accommodate other teams who have gone through similar crises with regard to COVID-19. And for Kendall Hinton, man, he had less than 4 hours to really prepare to go from being a practice squad, an undrafted practice squad wide receiver, to playing quarterback for the Denver Broncos against an elite defense of the New Orleans Saints. And as you can probably imagine, it didn't go well. He went 1 for 9 passing, 2 interceptions. He's the first quarterback since 1998 to have more interceptions than completions in a game. So that pretty much tells the tale of how this entire weekend unfolded for the Broncos.
Certainly an unprecedented situation for the Denver Broncos, but admirable that they took the field to face the Saints. Chad, thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate your insight.